Time for us to take off for a quick breather, but coming up next on AM Live.
New Year's resolutions to spend time with family, exercise more, quit smoking, etc. Whatever it is, a life coach will provide tips on how you can follow through on your goals. Stay with us. Welcome back. Now, it is a brand new year, and for many it means making new resolutions. But while it's easy to make them, keeping them isn't always so easy.
Yep, the main reasons are lack of willpower, discipline, and that's what insurance company Great Eastern Life Assurance found when it surveyed some 800 people in Malaysia and Singapore. So not really uncommon, because you say you want to do it, but actually doing it is the tough part.
Yeah, I can speak from experience too. But help is at hand, because this morning Celestine Chua, a life coach, joins us to give us tips on how you can beat that lack of willpower and discipline to achieve what you set out to do at the start of the year. Good morning, Celestine.
Hi Yvonne and Steve, thanks for having me here.
Welcome. So let's start off with the difficult one. So I've made a whole bunch of New Year resolutions. How do I stick to them? I mean, yeah, is there a method to it?
Right. Well, I guess lack of planning is definitely one of the key reasons why New Year resolutions don't work out. Like, for example, when we set a goal, say lose 10 kg, quit smoking, but we don't really back it up with a plan, then it makes it hard for that goal to even be realized. I guess another reason, more important reason even, is that a lot of the goals, the resolutions we set, they sound good in theory, like lose weight, exercise more, eat healthily, quit smoking, or even be a vegetarian, and they probably are good for us. But the reason why these resolutions have not been realized yet is because there are some fundamental habits that have been hardwired into our lives, and these take more time to change. So when it comes to like getting to action and doing it, perhaps it takes a lot more work than we originally anticipated. So in the end, we procrastinate on the resolutions and they don't become realized at all.
So it's better to make smart resolutions and also ones that are realistic as well, right?
I would say for whatever resolutions that we set, if we have big audacious goals, then still set them, but an important thing is to focus on the progress, the baby steps. For example, I have a reader who lost 25 kg in 8 months, and he did that not because he was thinking, oh, I must lose 25 kg this year. No, in December 2009, he set this small little step to just exercise next week. That's all.
Okay. Real practical steps.
Exactly.
And measurable as well.
Exactly. And after that, he just exercised and just focused on just jogging next week, and he lost 25 kg in 8 months just doing that.
Okay, well that's one way, but other people will say that, I have a big event, a friend's wedding, I want to lose, again, 10 kg in 10 months. I mean, should I then map out, should I go sign up for classes? Something that will, if you know you don't have discipline, to force you to do it.
Right. Plan is definitely very important. I would say as part of the plan, anticipate the obstacles that you're going to face. So if you, for example, you know that, okay, I want to lose that number of kg for my friend's wedding, right? But I know that donuts is my trigger food. Then you must make sure in your plan that you have an action step to plan against that. Make sure like there's no donuts in your house for that 1 week or that 1 month. Make sure that, okay, if you tend to procrastinate on your goals, and accountability helps. So like signing up to class with a friend and getting the friend to encourage you and even go to the class with you, that would definitely help as well.
Okay, so how important is it then to have family support? Do you tell your friends, or is it not such a good idea because you're really putting pressure on yourself?
It really depends. I would guess definitely don't share the goals with, say, people that you know might be discouraging or might not be in support of the goals. Be choiceful in who you share with. Loved ones tend to be the most supportive ones, so getting them on board can be an accountability factor.
So social media is not a good idea then? Posting on Facebook is not a good idea?
It might work for some people. It might work for some people.
It might work if you know that your support network tends to be more encouraging and supportive to all your status updates. Then go ahead and share it, announce it with the world.
Yeah, like don't show me any donuts for the next 10 months. You tell everyone you know, right?
In fact, you can create a plan as Steve mentioned, and then post it on Facebook, and then after that, people can be sharing the comments, and it kind of like gives you the motivation and spurs you on.
But how do you keep that motivation? Say 10 months down the track or 6 months into the year, it's harder to stay motivated, isn't it? And how do you kind of stay focused?
I would say that sometimes when we set that goal and along the way, if we don't really see the results that we want, it can be easy to lose motivation because we're losing touch with our goal. So always understand the motivators behind whatever that it is that you are doing. For example, I'm actually a vegetarian, and I only became a vegetarian in 2008 when I set that intention to just eat healthily for 1 month in January. So just doing that and then trying out for that 1 month. It was not even a resolution to be vegetarian for the rest of my life. It was just try it out for 1 month. And then I saw the positive benefits from it, and that then kept me on. So in any event, when you lose the willpower, then just remember, like, why is it that you set the goal in the beginning and use that to spur you on and inspire you.
So it's also about making smaller milestones. So instead of saying 10 kg in 10 months, 1 kg in 2 months.
Yes.
And if I achieve that, then I feel encouraged that, I know I'm on the right track, and then you take another small step.
Exactly. If that goal is too big chunk for you, then break it down into small little parts, like 1 kg in 1 month, or even if that's too much, then maybe 250 grams in 1 week. Then that sounds a lot more achievable.
That's true.
You mentioned weight loss. What are some other common resolutions that people make?
Right. I would say certain bad habits that people want to break. Quit smoking. Okay.
But
stop drinking.
That's a difficult one, though. Quit smoking.
Definitely.
In some cases, it can be an addiction, can't it?
Definitely.
So you have to treat it differently, right?
Again, baby steps. For example, my fiance, he was actually a smoker, quite a heavy smoker for 8 years, and he quit it last year.
Yeah.
And he quit it not from first deciding I'm going to quit smoking for the rest of my life. We worked it through together, and we just decided, okay, maybe for today, just maybe go for 1 cigarette rather than 12 cigarettes or 15 cigarettes as you usually do. And then after that, he did that. He was able to accomplish that. Then we took it 1 day at a time. Next day, okay, again, he was able to just smoke. Now, not 1 cigarette, but 1 puff.
Right.
And then after that, he continued, and then just building on this momentum. Then after that, made him quit smoking, and now he's been off smoking, and he's not been smoking at all already. Yeah.
But that sounds like you need someone to really support you along the way. That's not because on your own you'd be like. It's
right.
Chances are.
Yes, and that's where Yvonne said having the support from the loved ones. Sometimes maybe, let's say we don't really have a support system among our loved ones or our friends, then go for meetup groups, meet like-minded people, like expand your social circle, people who have similar goals as you. Then it makes it much easier to stick to your goals and also have to have accountability as well.
Yeah, I like the idea of accountability. I think when you have someone else also, you're accountable, you can't hide, you see?
Make a bit more of an effort.
Yes.
So what kind of resolutions do not work? Like, we shouldn't even go there.
I would say different things, they kind of trigger different people. Resolutions, we can categorize them into 2 big categories. One tend to be more negative oriented. Okay, so for example, eat lesser. They are framed in a more negative manner. Okay, whereas in a more positive framing, from let's say eat lesser will be live healthily. Okay, have a more healthier lifestyle. So if let's say we frame them in a more positive way, they can be more empowering and sound less punishing for ourselves, and more likely for us to follow through as well.
What about those people who say, find a good man this year or a good woman to marry? I mean, how realistic is that?
Right, exactly. Control comes into factor. Try to set resolutions that are within your domain of influence. So for example, let's say get a boyfriend or a girlfriend, right? It involves other people, and when it involves other people, it's out of our domain of control. But whereas if we have the resolution of, say, expand my social circle, okay, meet more guys this year, meet more girls this year, join more social events, that is a lot more achievable.
Okay, if you don't mind sharing with us, what are your New Year's resolutions?
Sure, okay. Actually 3 big ones. The first one is I'm getting married this year. So my resolution is to have a great time planning for my wedding with my fiancé. And then my second and my third goals are related to my business. So building my blog, increasing my readership, and also building up my video channel.
Okay.
The first one about marriage, quite easy. Just get someone else to plan it. Take the stress out of, just remember, it's not really your wedding. It's really your parents who.
Check back with you at the end of the year anyway.
Thank you so much.
Congrats.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Celestine Chua, their life coach, sharing some tips on how you can make and keep those New Year's resolutions.
Do you have any resolutions, Steve?
Tell you, don't make any.
Like
take each day as it comes.
Like I said before, I tend to apply it every day of my life. That's what I prefer
I've been thinking about wanting to get fit, but I'm still thinking about it.
Okay, well that is it for AM Live this 6th of January, this Monday. Hope you've enjoyed our show this morning.
Okay, join us tomorrow bright and early. We'll be talking about mobile gaming trends. Also, we've got your usual movie review on Zoom In.
Yes, do join us for that. Meanwhile, have a fantastic day.
Bye-bye.